Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. You know, I just bought a new little gadget that it was nothing major, but it was it's a battery, it's a little battery jumper thing. I don't know what you call it, but I'm going to do a little video here about us old guys back in the day with our inferior tools before the high-tech stuff came out. The battery-powered tools. It's a little thing, but to me, I'm a kind of a late bloomer on this stuff. I've been getting stuff, these little gadgets, the last few years. I knew I was going to laugh at me, but it is such a great thing, and I want to talk about that. Anyway, the first thing I just bought was this. It's a battery jumper. It's a little battery thing, $100, no big deal. And it's got little jumper cables on it. And if you got a dead car battery or something like that, you can hook it up and they've been around forever. I know everybody's laughing at me right now, but hey, look at me. I'm 73. I was born in 1953, So, but it is so fantastic. What we have now, my wife's got a little John Deere tractor thing. It's not a tractor, it's like a lawnmower, ride-on lawnmower thing. And we use it about twice a year, and every time we go out there, every 6 months or so, it's got a dead battery. And, just from sitting. So I go out and I have to bring the truck around, and, I had to bring the truck around and get the cables out and all this stuff and everything. Now, we get this little thing, and we just put the, pop the little hood thing and fires right up. What a great thing. I mean, it's fantastic. It's unbelievable. And I'd like to shake that person's hand that designed that or built it, because it is a great thing. The other thing is lube gun. I've got, like I said, I've heavy equipment, most of my life. And most any time you lube a piece of equipment like a backhoe or a bobcat, a skid steer, you got to lube it. And they always had, back in the day, they always had these lube guns. You got the thing and you got to pump it, and then you got the flex hose, you got to hold it. You need three hands to work it, because you got to put ladies may not know, but you got to end a flex hose. You got to stick it and hold it on the lube end, and then you got to sit there and you got to put the lube gun, the base part, under your arm, and then do this, pump it. It's just. So the other day I'm sitting there a while back. I'm walking around, and hey, they got a battery powered one. That was the best $140 I spent. I've been running backhoes since I was in my 20s. And man, I just go out there, I take my little nozzle, stick it on the lube gun, hit the button, and I got to shake this guy's hand too, or girl's hand, whoever designed it. Fantastic. What a piece of equipment. Unbelievable. Another thing, I've got muscle cars, I've got a lot of other cars, and I got tractors, a lot of stuff with air in the tires. And I'm always getting slow leaks, or in the tractor, or I'll walk out, one of the muscle cars got a flat tire, or something like that. Well, before I'd have to sit there and I'd have to, get a compressor. Well, I have a small compressor, 5-gallon thing or something. I had to bring the compressor out, make sure there's a generator there, start it all, hook it all up, start it, or drag the car to where the generator is, so I can plug it in and all this stuff. Hey, now it's a little tiny thing. I mean, it's like the size of a pistol or something. Got a little, and I just hook that up and hit the button, and it fills up tractor tires and everything. Takes a few minutes, but it does it. What a fantastic, totally fantastic piece of equipment is that. I got to shake his or her hand too. the wife wanted me to point out too that she's got a battery powered, what would it be, for trimming your hedge trimmer, yeah. Battery powered. You go out there and, you know, we have a lot of what's called Mount Miz around here, and it's a ground cover, you know, and it grows everywhere. And, you know, before you got to sit there with these clippers, and now she just takes this little thing with a battery and just knocks it right on down. Fantastic. Absolutely incredible piece of equipment. Another thing that I use all the time is, well, you know, living out here in the woods all my life, I've been, you know, pretty most of my life, I've been, you know, chainsaws. And, you know, gas chainsaws, you know, they are what they are. But, you know, for small trees or limbs, something like that, you know, I'd have my 1-2 chainsaws, and I'd get there and put gas in them and, you know, pull the rope, and, you know, half time would break down. I have all these things I got to do to get them running, and then I'd, you know, and I got a bigger chainsaw to handle a small job, and a big deal. We went out and bought this little battery-powered chainsaw. You know, not a lot of guts to it. I mean, not a lot of power, but it does what it does. And a small bar, you know, I don't know, it's 12-inch or 14-inch or whatever it is. And man, it's perfect. We just throw that in the back of the little Maximo thing we ride around on, and we see a little something we got to do. We just get that thing. Don't have to start nothing, choke nothing. Don't have to put gas in it. No, you just get out and boop, it just cuts whatever you need done. Fantastic piece of equipment. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, all the years I spent, you know, packing these chainsaws around on my shoulder and all this stuff, and we got way more saw than what we need. This little tiny thing cuts like a madman too, and it is a fantastic piece of equipment. One of these, gotta have it. Gotta have it. The other thing is, my wife likes this too. The weed eaters, you know, with the bar, and we used to have to get, you know, the gas ones, you know, and they're always, you know, starting them suckers, choking them out, they're dying. I think most of them were a piece of crap anyway, but they wouldn't hardly run worth a darn, something like that. And we'd sit there and would have to, you know, start them and choke them, and, you know, and all this kind of thing. And, you know, now, not a problem. Not a problem. And one of the oldest things that I guess has been around now is back in the day, if I had to drill anything out in the ground, I had you know, this is way back when. I know, like, you know, battery drill's been out for a long time, so I know. But back in the day, when I'm in the building muscle cars, I got my garage down there, I'd have to, every time I had a drill with a cord on it, plug it in, and I got to drill something, and I'm drilling, you know, and start the generator up because I don't have power out here. So I got to start the generator up, and so I have a cord. Maybe I need an extension cord hooked up to the drill, all this stuff like that. Now, battery drills, you're there. It's fantastic. I think that all of these things that I've mentioned are some of the greatest inventions that aren't earth-shaking, but they just make life so damn easy. No wonder guys are getting fat out there. They don't have to do all the crap that they used to have to do. Now you just pick it up and do it. So anyway, this is a short little video on stuff that I appreciate and my wife appreciates. Thanks a lot. Bye.